I got there, Cam, I wanted to hate this dude. First dude I meet, hey man, how you doing? I'm Tom Brady. Like, I don't know who the hell you are. I'm sitting watching for like a week or two. And I finally told him, I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I wanted to hate you. I said, but now I see why everybody loves you. Like, he genuinely cares about everybody.
Did you think New England was cheating when you...
Hell yeah, they was cheating. What you mean?
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Just Football. We have a great show for you. As always, we have my very cool host, Hayden Walsh. But today's a very special episode. You know, we got the NFL schedule to talk about and playing on Christmas. Whoop! But we also have to have our special guest from the draft party. This is our last guest, but it's our best guest. Mr. James Harrison is on the pod. We make him cry, so have a listen to that. No joke, he actually cried. But it was a good time. Hayden, what'd you think about that?
Oh, I can't believe we got him to cry. I mean, you know, I've never seen him show that much emotion before. It was very moving watching him cry. I was shocked you were able to pull that out of him.
Yeah, acting has changed that dude up. It's a little weird.
It is weird, but it's pretty exciting, I think, too. I think he's got big things ahead of him.
So let's jump right into our 3 and Out segment. How you feel about that?
Good. All right, let's start first here. We got to go NFL schedule to start, man. I mean, obviously, I think the fans care about this probably more than the players. But what is a player thinking when he sees the NFL schedule first?
Honestly, I don't care. Like, you already announced the opponents. It's just when we play them. You know I got to prepare my body for 17 games plus, and you know. We play who we play, and you play them early, you play them late. You know, I was telling you before that everybody's talking about it's a gauntlet or it's a tough schedule. It's like, it's Mortal Kombat, you know. It's either finish them or get finished. And so you take care of business and, you know, you fight the people in front of you.
Yeah, it's really depressing when I text you and I'm super excited about the schedule, like what week you're playing everybody and like, you know, no division games till week 11, which is bananas to me. Why you don't care about that? That is, you guys play a physical brand of football in the AFC North, and to have to play that many division games late in the season is a disadvantage. I don't care what you say.
But the way you look at it is though, like, we have to play them. They got to play us, and they got to deal with our physical brand.
That's fair.
So
yes,
it is what it is. Like, you know, I signed up for football. Let's play football.
I know, but it sucks to when I text you all these these leaks and stuff. You don't care at all. It's like I wish you cared more. I really do.
Bro, you ain't getting me to click and like that.
All right, well, I do want to know, what's it like playing on Christmas? I believe you've done it before. I know Christmas Eve you've had before, but have you played on Christmas? I can't remember.
Played on Christmas. Actually, I think we played on Christmas before. I think the Immaculate Reception where AB had the extension. Immaculate Extension. Let me get that right. Where AB got that out there. We won there. And then 2 years ago, we played on Christmas Eve. It's just, you got to get all your Christmas shopping done before. You know, I think Christmas Eve, I was wrapping gifts literally that night after the game, after the Raiders game. But, you know, you really just take care of all your off the field stuff way earlier in the week because you know it's just jam packed as you get towards the end of the week.
Man, Al had you wrapping presents the night you got home.
I'm wrapping her presents,
bro.
Oh,
well, I guess that's true. I just didn't know. I was like, man, you got to wrap before then. That's on you. That's a rookie mistake.
Bro, I wait to the last minute. Like, even in school, that's how I was. Like, I wait to the last minute, get the best grade on it, and we keep it moving.
One thing I'll say about that Christmas one, and we had this conversation last year about your Saturday to Saturdays and your whatever the short weeks. That's a short week again, man. Saturday to Wednesday. You've played a game on Wednesday before, so it probably isn't that weird. Yes. But talk about the short turnarounds and just how annoying those are for players.
So last time we played on Wednesday, we kept getting moved back from the Baltimore game because of COVID. They had an outbreak in Baltimore. I don't know what was going on in the water up there, but their team was decimated with, you know, people that couldn't play that game. So they kept moving it back. You know, it was Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday. And so there was a lot of waiting around there. This time around, it's not a lot of waiting around. It's just everybody knows we play on Wednesday. But it's pretty similar to a Thursday schedule where, most teams there's not a lot of on the field work. It's more of a walkthrough pace, more of cold tub, hot tubs, just trying to get the body moving a little bit. A lot more film work goes in those weeks than just the physical toll you get through a practice. And so, we'll pick it up from there. As much as we make a big deal, we've got the Wednesday night game, they've got the Wednesday night game too. So don't expect anyone to feel sorry for you. Every team's got to go through it. You just play through it.
I'm sensing a theme here where you want to make it seem like other people have to play you guys as well, which is the right way to look at it. But as a fan, we're looking at it as, we got to play them. So I respect the confidence.
The sky is falling for you guys.
Well,
maybe we drop the sky on you. How about that?
Listen, it's out of our control. So you guys just need to win, and we'll all be happy. One thing I did want to ask, though, would you rather play on Christmas or Thanksgiving?
I'd rather play on Thanksgiving. I feel like it's a given playing on Thanksgiving. Like, even if you're not playing football in a game, you're outside throwing a ball, throwing the pigskin around the backyard. But I think like Christmas is like you just want to open presents, but I'll open up a big present after the game.
How mad is the NBA that on a Wednesday y'all decided to flip the schedule and make sure you get a couple games played to go up against the NBA slate?
I was reading one of my group chats and they were like, the NFL will always find money. Mm-hmm. And NFL is finding money right now. We have Monday night games. We don't have Tuesday night games, but it's probably coming. Mm-hmm. Wednesday, Thursday, we've had Friday games, Saturday games. Man, it's the only sport that can almost take up every day and have primetime games. So it's really crazy that NFL is able to market this thing.
Well, even week 1, Friday night, they're going up against high school football now. Friday night, Packers playing Philadelphia in Brazil. Like, you're right. They will find a way to get in. They had success with that Amazon game last year, and we're like, we got to do it again. Just do it week 1, man.
Sorry, PBS, but all of your high school games are now about to get eradicated by NFL football. So it's really tough to deal with.
No, I mean, I can't believe. Were you kind of hoping you'd get that Brazil game or no?
No, because when I was hearing about it, I heard it wasn't very thought out. There's going to be a lot of security issues, and Brazil's going to be wild. Mm-hmm. So pretty glad we didn't get that game. But I would love to see us play in like Mexico or Ireland. I think Ireland would be the coolest thing, especially with the ambassador, old man Dan Rooney, passing away. But it'd be really cool to have us honor him out there. And also Mexico, we have the biggest reach in Mexico, so that could be really cool as well.
Yeah, that would be. You think the NFL should stop, though, expanding the days? Like, it kind of feels like it's appointment television on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, and now I guess, like you said, it's going to Friday, could be Tuesday eventually. Wednesday's a game this year.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, one year we're going to be playing in May or, June or July. Like, they are going to try and market it. They take up every holiday. You're going to have Memorial games. You're going to have, Valentine's Day games. The Super Bowl is basically that. But then after that, you're going to have Earth Day where football's played. You name it. You name it. There's going to be a holiday with football on it.
I mean, I think that with the schedule release, they got TV shows and everybody's talking about it, kind of proof they don't even necessarily need games to be the number one story. Because I'd imagine just as many people are going to watch ESPN's coverage of the schedule release as they are the hockey game.
Maybe. I like hockey, so screw it.
Yeah, I
don't need to see the schedule
release. You don't
release.
care at all. All right, well, let's move on to second down here. Did you happen to catch Harrison Butker's commencement speech?
No. I kind of just.
Did you?
I saw a lot of the keys behind it, and I chose not to really listen to it. I've given a commencement speech, and one thing I've learned is you don't insult the audience because that's just doesn't make any sense. But I have no No comment on that crap.
So you didn't. What was your advice you got, or what was your thought process going into your commencement speech? And where was yours at again?
Mine was Mother's Day at Carlow College, where both my mom and grandma both went to school. So I had the honor of speaking to them, and my grandmother was in the audience as well. And we both got honorary doctorates, so you can call me Dr. Heyward now. But it was an honor to speak in front of them, and yeah, I don't think that's the right route you go about it.
What'd you cover in your speech?
Oh, what did I cover?
Yeah.
I went about I just spoke of how, like, my grandmother was part of the school and how much she's done so much after this, and how college has given her an opportunity to do great things after. And I wouldn't be in the position I am without her. And, it was very, you're more thankful than telling people what they should and should not think.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive with it. It was just kind of like, if that's your message, that's your message. But I don't know. I don't know if I would want to hear that at my college commencement. You know what I mean? But it definitely got
Kickers get aggressive, bro. Kickers get aggressive.
It got wings, man. That thing really flew around. I saw a bunch of people. It was like a big debate. So I glad to hear your commencement speech did not go the same way as Harrison Butker's, though.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to third down here. NFL is going to be on Netflix this year. We've seen Netflix trying to take on a bunch more live events with the Tom Brady roast. I know they're doing the Jake Paul fight. How's it feel? You're going to be one of the first, I think the first game on Netflix, Chiefs Steelers. You're getting cast a Netflix check.
I guess so. I gotta see the royalties on that sucker. But I think it's cool and it's on Netflix. It's something else that the fans got to pay for. I am sorry, fans.
Dude, thank you.
Running up the price, bro.
Thank you.
They are running it up. YouTube TV, Peacock, ESPN Plus, Netflix. Man, y'all have it cut out for everybody, and it's wild. I miss the old school where everything was just on TV and everybody got a chance to watch, but we ain't going back to that.
No, man. Thank you for saying it. I'm glad that the players feel it too. I mean, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Peacock,
bro,
Netflix.
It's crazy. Like, it's not like our families get a discount or something. They make them pay just like everybody else. So, like, it's wild. Like, my family could be right here and we're playing all the way in, California or something. There's a chance they might not get the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but it's just like if you could ever come up with a way to get them to do it all on one platform, I think you could be NFL commissioner and the fans would get behind you. You wouldn't be getting booed like Goodell, that's for sure.
Cam commish.
I like it. I mean, listen, I think we should do it. All right, well, now that you work for Netflix, what's a Netflix show you would like to maybe host or participate in?
Well, first, I think I need to moderate the Love is Blind. Mm-hmm. Me and my wife would be killing it and having a lot of fun giving people marriage advice when we need marriage advice as well. So that could be great. But other than that, I think the big kid in me wants to be on, like, Is It Cake? And be able to try and decipher, is this cake or not? Or Floor is Lava, where it brings me back to, like, the Legends of the Hidden Temple, where they're just jumping on everything, trying to climb, I think it'd be really fun to see NFL players do that and literally make fools out of themselves while doing it. Could be golden if they allowed that to happen.
I think Love is Blind would you be good on. I also think if you were a host on Love Island, that would be hilarious. Just to watch you out there, just hosting that thing would be great. But I will say,
why do you think I'd be good at Love
honestly,
Island?
I think it's a visual thing. Just to see your large frame over there hosting Love Island. Like, you're obviously not single, but it would be funny to see you hosting the event.
I think I just get annoyed with all the drunk people.
I think that's what would be great. I think it would be fantastic. I did see a new show though where soccer players go undercover and they make up jobs, right? That, like, they're like construction workers or whatever, but they're on a dating show with women and they have no idea they're soccer players. I'm like, we should do that with NFL players. It would be great.
I think we just need a Love is Blind athlete edition. We're bringing a bunch of athletes on, and you don't tell them what they look like, you don't tell them what that, and they just explore it that way. Because you know how competitive athletes are, and put them in a situation where they want to either win at the competition or they want to find love, and then they have to deal with all the schedules of it.
I mean,
that could be.
But then you're forcing athletes to get married. But I mean, it would be funny. I mean, Love Is Blind Athlete Edition would be hilarious.
Yeah, and think about it. We wouldn't have to worry about any people like grabbing for money. All these people, should have stable jobs, and it could make for great TV. I think it could be scary how good this TV show could be.
I know. I agree. I think it would be funny. I still, though, you have to find a way, I feel like, to disguise their voices or something. Because I feel like if you got, it would be some athletes you'd be able to pick up on who they are, even if you ask enough questions. Like, I don't know. They have to figure out a way to make it.
Imagine like Joel Embiid being on there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's too many people. Like, I don't know, or like Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson was on there, I feel like he's got a distinct voice.
First of all, Mike Tyson, he's basically 60 years old. You think he wants to go on Love Is Blind?
I mean, listen, they shouldn't discriminate on their age discriminate or whatever. You know what I mean? They should be none of that. Just let him on, man. Let's go. I mean, if Mike Tyson wants to find love, you let him find love.
We let Logan Paul find love, or we throw it out there. We let Le'Veon Bell, AB. Oh man, the clicks we would get. That would be awesome. Oh,
it'd be hilarious to watch them all interact in like the kitchen area, and then watch. Because that's one of the best parts of that show.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, let's go out now. We got your opinion on Netflix. You're playing on Netflix, but we need to discuss something because before this record, I was on my phone and got a report from Jeremy Fowler and ESPN that you are holding out, or is it holding out, or you're not going to OTAs? What's going on, man? You didn't tell me this. I mean,
first of all, it's voluntary. Let's get that straight.
Okay.
I'm working out. I'm doing everything. But
that's it.
That's it.
You don't have like any. What's the reasoning? You're just. Do you? Oh, let me ask you this: have you always attended these, and you're not attending this year?
I have always attended these, but at this time, it's just contract negotiations, and I want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I want you to be a Pittsburgh Steeler too, so I respect the whole.
But you gotta do what's right for you.
Absolutely.
And, I'm training hard. It's nothing I'm not doing on and off the field. I'm doing everything possible, and we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, I'd say you certainly have a lot of motivation. I've seen quite a bit. I've seen quite a bit. So we don't have to.
Everybody has been having an opinion, and that is just great for me. I tell you that. That is the icing on the cake to all this, and I appreciate you. I love you guys. It's great you guys all have opinions, and I value them, but I can't wait to have some fun with this.
I can't either. We'll address that another day. How about that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll address all the opinions that.
Just know it's all screenshotted.
I assume that we can maybe make a collage one day.
Yes. Yeah. All right, let's toss it to our interview with the one and only James Harrison. You want to talk about that shirt you got on?
Oh, this shirt right here. This that James Harrison special. It's from Homage, however you want to say it. It's on their site. You can go and get it. Check my Instagram. It's in my link in my bio.
Wow. Check his Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, you different now.
I'm different a little bit.
All right. So what's it like being an actor now? What's different?
Not much is really different. See, I had those skills.
Oh,
y'all just didn't know it.
I didn't know.
Every time I walked out the tunnel, you saw a part of it.
Yes.
That was just a.
What did you do when you walked out the tunnel? Show everybody.
It was just a different, it was just a little different look. It was a different persona. It was the guy I like to call Super James.
Super James.
Super James. Yeah.
What is Super James like?
He's a little uncontrollable. Sometimes even I have a problem.
Okay. So I want to jump right in. What do you think about the draft so far?
I'm liking what I'm seeing, especially for positions of need that that we have. Yeah,
I like it.
Especially the first round pick. I really like that one.
You like him?
Oh yeah.
Would he have gotten around you? Would he been able to block you?
But not long.
Not long.
Not long.
Would you have welcomed him pretty quickly?
Of course.
Yeah, you welcomed him pretty quickly in training camp.
Definitely. Definitely. We welcome all our guys, to be honest with you. You know, everybody coming in is you know, they're a part of the team now, and you want to do whatever you can, you know, to try and help them succeed. That's just part of, you know, being a Steeler and handing the lineage down to the, you know, the next guys that come in.
Baptized by fire, right?
No question.
All right. Travis Kelce, you know, dog out here in the league right now. But he talked about his welcome to the league moment. He told a story about him trash talking you, and you humbled him real quick. Do you remember this?
To be honest, I don't. It's a lot of things that, you know, like happen in games that may stick out to some people, and to others, you know, it's just part of doing your job.
So if somebody talks mess to you, how do you handle it?
It really depends. If I didn't say nothing to him, I probably didn't hear it. To be honest with you, because you know me, once you get to talking to me, I get real reckless with it.
And then you start pointing at him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you gonna pay for this?
Oh yeah.
You gonna pay for this?
Oh yeah. See you in the tunnel, all that good stuff. I mean it.
Along those lines, though, did you have a welcome to the league moment?
I had a welcome to the league moment my rookie year, and Clark Higgins, he had got hurt. So when he got hurt, I was the backup behind him. So I ended up playing like 3/4 of that game in Detroit. That was like the first time I ever played a lot. And dude, I remember like waking up the next day. Dude, I couldn't get out of bed. I was crawling. I called my dad. And I was like, hey, Dad, I don't know if this is for me. I can't really do nothing. Like, he gave us the day off, coward.
Yeah.
Dude, if he hadn't gave us the day off, I had nothing for him. But, you know, as time went on, your body hardened up to it and you got used to it. But that Detroit game, that next day, it was like, yeah, this is what you're going to have to do if you really want to. You got to put in the time. You got to, especially to make sure. That's why I spent so much time and energy and, you know, money on my body. Because without that, you know, I can't even step on the field to even start to try and do anything.
If you were taking care of your body like you did now, how many plays could you play right now?
Every snap.
If I actually really got back into it, man, to be 100%, I could probably give you 20 to 25.
Wow.
So you coming back, right?
Yeah.
No.
There's an opening.
No.
There's an opening.
When I
Situational pass rusher.
No,
Right.
no, I can't do it. I can't.
If they told you you only had to play third downs, and they had to be passing situations.
Third and eights and longer, yeah.
My competitive nature won't let me just go out there on third downs, and that's the problem. That's like when I first came back out of retirement, and it was Tampa. And it was like, hey, you go get 10 to 15 plays, you know, da-da-da. That was my walk back into it. And it was like 50-something plays later, you know. I'm like, that didn't turn out how I expected it to turn out. And you remember, like, that first week back, dude, if it wasn't for the fact that my daddy told me, you finish what you start, that second day, I would have told him, hey, I made a mistake. My body, he was not having it, dude.
Debo, I remember when you did that. So I remember seeing you when you retired the first time, and everybody was like, "Oh, he still looks like he's in good shape. You know, he looks like he can play now. You know, he's got a suit on, the Steve Harvey suit. He's looking big. He's like, yeah, man, I'm relaxing. I'm doing real estate. I'm like, people who do real estate don't look like that." And then he came out of retirement, and every day you were up at like 5:30 doing like an hour of cardio to get back into shape. Explain that grind to come out of retirement and to even get yourself ready for that moment.
It's really the process of wanting to be as good as I possibly can at whatever point in time that is. And I knew coming back, I had put on an extra 15, 20 pounds. And I wasn't as strong. You're not training, the same way. So to speed up that, process of getting back into the, the best shape that you can, I was doing the cardio in the morning, do the workout after, and then
big sweatsuit
practice
the whole time.
Yeah.
Always wore the gray sweatsuit. If you've never seen Debo in practice, he's always wearing a gray hoodie and then the gray pants to go along with it. but he would wear that. He would get it all messed up during the workout, so it'd be all this sweat, and then he just goes into practice, sweat some more, and like, when are you taking a shower?
I changed it. So what happened is once I did the workout, before we went into meetings, I take a shower, and then I'd put on another one when we went out to go. So that was 2 fully soaked sweatsuits. Like, it takes a lot to get back into shape.
Yeah. Biggest trash talker you played against?
I didn't get a lot of people talking trash to me, to be honest with you. Like, that's just the truth. To sit there and say that I couldn't. I was usually getting in on somebody else's trash talk, to be honest with you.
So who was the biggest trash talker you played with?
Ike was talking goofy to people. Yeah. And then half the time it would be Ike talking goofy to somebody, and he'd be like, "You ain't gonna say that to 92?" I'm like, who said what? I'm like,
I feel it. What was the one tackle you wanted to go against? Or your favorite tackle you like to go against?
It didn't matter, man, to be honest with you. I could tell you the toughest tackle that it was for me to go against was Joe.
Joe Thomas?
Joe Thomas was good in his prime. He was real good, hard to get around. Never had a problem with any blocking tackles or anything like that. You know, you can just throw those guys out your way. They're too tall, too light. They ain't got enough, muscle behind them. Yeah.
You got a favorite player you sacked?
Anybody that's a quarterback. I don't care.
And it doesn't matter?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
So when you went to Cincinnati, I hate bringing this up, were you salivating at that opportunity to sack Ben?
Oh, that was nothing. I already did that 5 times in college. You know that.
Oh.
But does it change?
Shots thrown.
Like it changes, though.
That was Ben.
That was Ben, 5 in 1 game, man. He put me on the map. I had to thank you for he the reason I came to the Steelers. They saw what I did to him, and they was like, "Oh yeah, we got to give him a shot." Because I told them if I'm not a day 1 guy, don't even draft me. Just let me come pick me up the next day. So that's what they did.
That's what you told them. So do you just rub that in Ben's face all the time?
All the time, any chance I get. Any chance I get, man.
Wow. Well, take us back to that Kent State moment, having 5 sacks in a game. Because not a lot of people can do that.
So it was the year the towers got hit. So we were supposed to play them that week. They canceled all the games. And then they put it at the very end. So that was the end of my senior year. It was the first, this is embarrassing. It was the first year that we had to win the season since like 80-something. And guess what the record was? 6-5.
I would say 5-4.
But anyway, they came up and basically I ended up closing the game out with like 2 sacks. I think it was 3rd and the 4th down. But it was, he was just some little freshman, I don't know what they talk about. He hard to take down, easy to take down, man. Easy. Twirling them around, boom. How Woodley used to sack the quarterbacks. He grabbed them and swing. Yeah. I guess that was before. I don't know. He might have been a little lighter then. Maybe college. He ain't had that paper then, so he got started eating real good.
So he wasn't Big Ben at the time.
He was Ben. He wasn't big.
All right. Well, how was the second Brady then?
That's even easier than Ben. It's hard to get to him though. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. It's like that dude got like 6 eyes in his head. Like he feel you there, like without. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Even when you get a free run, even when you get a free run, it's like, boom, right before you get there, he's getting rid of the ball. And if you take an extra step on him, they gonna throw you up out the game and maybe even put you in jail.
All right, well then you talk about throwing people out the game.
He's a good dude though, I ain't gonna lie to that. I ain't gonna lie. When I got there, Cam, I wanted to hate this dude. First dude I meet, "Hey man, how you doing? I'm Tom Brady." Like, I don't know who the hell you are. I know. And So I'm sitting back just, watching him that whole week, man. And I'm like, he gotta show me something where he's not, he's too nice, he's too good, he likes everyone. He's the first one to see the dude that comes, the practice squad guy that they sign. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm Tom Brady. Great to have you here, whoop, 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 all that. I'm sitting back, dude, and I'm sitting watching for like a week or two. And I finally told him, I went to him up at the, he was getting taped. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I wanted to hate you. I said, but now I see why everybody love you. You can't hate that dude, man. If you know him personally and you've worked with him or you played with him, like he genuinely cares about everybody.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, it's hard. It's hard.
At a loss for words. Cam's at a loss for words.
I'm trying to tell you, dude, it's hard.
Well, then I'm gonna make you hate this. Did you think New England was cheating when you?
Hell yeah, they was cheating. What you mean? Man, they hit us on like 86. They only missed one blitz, man. Where previously, where we beat them in New England and Philly, man, they couldn't see the broadside of a barn, man.
So what was the secrets when you got there? How did they do it?
It wasn't doing it. They wasn't. If they was doing it, they wasn't. They must have stopped when I got there. They must have stopped when I got there. I don't know.
Wow. How would you have handled the hip drop tackle that's being put into place?
That's ridiculous, man. You can't stop. And you play defense. Right. It's no way I can get that perfect grab to where, I'm about to go and do this hip dropping. No, you're trying to grab this dude any way you can and tackle him. That's just what it is. Like, I can see like the grabbing the dude by the back of the shoulders, all that, but you're telling the guy he can't grab him and then drop his weight. How are you supposed to tackle him if you can't drop your weight? Like, you're just sitting there going along for the ride. I think it's stupid. I mean, these rules are being made by guys that absolutely have no understanding, knowledge of how to actually, here's what it is. They're trying to make a game that has dangers in it safer. So, assumption of risk. There's things in life and jobs in life that's just part of the playing the game. That's part of the risk. Mm-hmm. Police, they go, they protect, and they hope they get home. But it's a possibility they may not make it. You wish that's not the case. It's things they can do to try and mitigate that. But, dude, you go out here and you play football and I hit you, it's just like, if dude acts like he's hurt, it's a flag.
Right.
Anything that hurts someone now is a penalty, and the game can't be played without people getting hurt.
Well, I've always been told the rivalry between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, there were a lot of rules that were made about it. How did y'all handle the change of the rules and how it applied to how the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to play on defense? Because you watch a guy like Willis McGahee get laid out, and you watch, Hines Ward hit Ed Reed. Mm-hmm. How did you guys go about changing football in the middle of a season or the next season and trying to win a Super Bowl?
I mean, depending on what the rule was, basically for me, you just try and lower your target area. And in lowering your target area, you get a lot of guys that's getting lower body injuries. You get guys that are getting hit in the knees, and they're like, oh, you're dirty. No, he's not. Because if I go to tackle you, and I'm sitting. Let me go to a meeting with Roger Goodell.
Oh shoot! Here we go, guys. We had the same conversation. We're about to get into it.
So
it got deleted or it got cut last time. Yeah, go into it now.
So they're finding me because he just changed the rules on where you can hit someone, and we go into this meeting. And it's Roger Goodell in there. It's a bunch of other cats, a ref. What's old shake dude? Merton Hanks, long neck, shaky self. And, they're going through my hits and what happened here. And basically Roger Goodell sitting off in the corner like he King Dookie on Turd Island. And, And I'm explaining like, yo, this is what happened. That's what happened. And I'm like, let's just get to the point. I said, so at any point in time, if my helmet is to contact the offensive person's helmet, that's my fault. He said, yes, it's your fault. I said, no matter, even if he adjusts and put his head in the way, yes, that's your fault. I said, so I'm going to be fine. He said, yes, you'll be fine. I said, so here, let me give you something that's just totally impossible to happen, but it may happen. Say I go to tackle a dude and I dive at his ankles to tackle him. I said at the last minute, he just ducks down and drops his head to his ankles and I hit his helmet. That's my fault, I'll be fine. He said, yes. I said, well, I'll use some other words, but I said, there's nothing else we got to discuss. You don't care about anything other than the NFL looking like they're worried about player safety and you just want to fine so it looks good. Like, so we have nothing else to talk about. So I left.
What words did you use?
I can't use the words. It's kids in here. So I go into the bathroom, and I believe at that time, Merton Hanks, he was the head of whatever. The whole time out there, he's alongside Roger Goodell, just, being a good old do-boy, yes man, that he was. So he comes to the bathroom, hey man, we're just trying to make it safe that we're not trying to do anything to you and make like, you're a bad guy. I'm like, dude, just get out of my face. Go out there and say that in front of your boss. Yeah, so that was not a good it wasn't productive meeting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask about a rule that probably should be banned. How would you handle the tush push or the QB sneak by the Eagles?
That's part of the game. If you can't stop it, who cares? Like, beef up your front line.
Would you ram your head in through that too? Try to stop it? Just line up in the middle?
No, I wouldn't do it. I'm not heavy enough. I put him in there. That's what you got them for.
Okay.
Right there, 2 gaps. Have him push, get your linebacker right here, so if he want to jump, fire off. But, you might hit him in the head and they go call a fine. Who knows?
Do you enjoy watching the NFL now?
I do not enjoy watching the NFL now, to be honest with you. It done got to where I'm not looking at the play itself. I'm looking afterwards to see, like, is it going to be a clean play? Is they going to flag it? Especially, like, you get a good hit by a guy, you know what I'm saying? A nice, firm, clean tackle on a quarterback.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, snap, is it going to be a flag? Is it going to get called back? So, to be honest, man, I very rarely even probably have watched a full 10 games since I retired, to be honest with you.
Wow. 10 games. What should the draft picks be ready for as they become Pittsburgh Steelers?
I can hear you.
What should the draft picks be ready for as they become Pittsburgh Steelers? The new ones.
What you mean? Say that again?
What?
I think he's trying to ask, what should they be prepared for when they become a Pittsburgh Steeler?
Like, is that what you?
Is that not the same thing?
I'll be his translator, James. I got you.
Tell me what he said.
I'm with you.
It was messed up, right?
Yeah, totally different.
Thank you.
I was lost.
Debo's got big arms but little ears.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I didn't. He knew he didn't know. But he understood what you was trying to say. Okay. He got a book,
I got a tablet. I got a computer.
So I
know what the question is.
Did y'all understand what he was saying until he said, thank you, look at them. Yeah. They're confused.
Okay, relax. Just answer the question. Can you understand that? Answer the question.
What'd you say? I think they should be prepared to, to buy in and be a team player. I think that's what we need more of as a unit is guys that are ready to buy in to the whole team, offensively, defensively, and help one another. I think now in the game is too much individualism. You don't have where you have guys, rooting for other guys. And now you got, where you may see a guy kind of like a little upset because his partner getting more shine to him. And, especially now, if we could get that part of just being a true team, even when you came in, you go out and, we'd hang out, it'd be 25, 30 guys at one place. Now you're lucky if you find, 4 or 5 guys hanging out together. I think that bond, even outside of the game, and that brotherhood is what we really need back to have them be prepared for when they get here.
So along those lines, I've heard you be critical of, past teams and this team, and I appreciate it. I love it because you're held to a high standard because you want to win championships. Speak to that and what you're getting at when you say what we expect when you're a Steeler, what you expect from this team.
What you expect from this team is simple. You expect to be in a fight to win that Lombardi every year. It's not about, and I'll say it again. It's not about, we had a winning season. We didn't have a losing season. It's not about we made the playoffs. The process is get the division, right? After that, we get the conference and we come over and we get the Super Bowl. And over the course, of the last, 6, 7, 8 years, I don't even think we ain't won a playoff game since 2016. So, that's what we need to get back to. The focus is the Lombardi. But at the same time, you still have to play it a game at a time, and I understand that process. Mm-hmm. And when you have guys buying in to the whole effort, no one part is, bigger than another that you got to play. If I got to play special teams, I got to play special teams. If I got to start, I got to start. And those guys have to buy into, I'm playing special teams. I'm going to do it to my best of my abilities. Not like, I'm playing special teams. Why am I playing special teams? Because that's where you at right now. And that's where you feel like you go work best. Mm-hmm. I played special teams and started for 4 or 5 years. So I think guys buying in, getting to that process, and that understanding is what's very vital.
Give it up for that. You talk about special teams and, you being undrafted. How did you handle not being drafted, being put on special teams, and then getting to the point where you were starting?
For me, it was a part of the process. When I first came in, I didn't know what I was doing, and my defense mechanism was just to be like, F you, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Instead of being like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, I need help. Right. I was ashamed that I didn't know what I was doing. I ended up switching coaches. I got Keith, Coach LeBeau came in, and it was a different energy from them. And I was like, you know what? I need to figure this out. I need to sit down and take the time to be a true professional and understand the game. So once I did that, everything else just kind of flowed. The process of playing special teams, I'm like, I'm great. I get to play special teams, And it was, kickoff return, punt return, and then when Coach T got in, Bill left. I had an opportunity to actually be able to start. In that process, though, they drafted Timmons. They drafted Woodley and Timmons, 2 outside linebackers at 1 and 2. I was actually behind Timmons for a minute. People don't know that. Yeah. So, but he ended up doing something. I ended up taking off from there. But still, I played special teams because, that was what I was good at doing. I was better than the guy that was behind me at doing it. And for me to do it, it was just a little added extra. And I just had to make sure I was in shape to do it because it was mostly kickoff and then punt. That, things that went straight to defense. So, y'all coming out there hype as hell and you slapping me on the head. I'm like, yo, stop. I just ran 75 yards. We got a TV timeout?
That's how my little brother feels now.
Yeah.
They got him all the special things. Like, I can't talk right now. Don't talk to me. But how did you handle when they would draft guys at your position as well? Because I know that's
that was motivation, man.
Some people look at it as motivation, and some people look like it's their territory. But
it depends on the person.
Right.
Some people look at it as a motivation. And then some people can't handle it. Some people, you draft that position, and it may crush the person that's starting there, and you may lose some of the effectiveness of the person that's the starter because now they're feeling some type of way about the person they draft.
Ooh.
You know?
So Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins.
I ain't tripping. If I'm Kurt, he got 100 guaranteed.
That's my point. That's
what are we
always
talking about? That is the situation that
right?
you want, to be honest with you. You got this dude coming in.
Okay.
You got Kurt already here. I'm going to sit here and let him learn from him at least a couple years. At least a year minimum. And now, through that process...
Top 8 position. Top 8 pick.
I don't care, bro.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't care. And you know what? I can also make it a little cheaper on myself. I can say, you know what? Let me go ahead and let him do 3 years. By the time his third year over, I can go ahead and get him on another deal for how many ever years. But I think, how long is that guarantee? Is it first 2-3 years?
First 2 years are fully guaranteed, and I think the third year.
2
partial.
years.
Yeah.
At worst, it's 2 years.
Right.
Say he ends up developing to something great after the first year. You still got Kurt as a great backup, and you had the possibility of letting him learn on the fly and have somebody there that can, bend his ear.
Okay. I appreciate that. Let's talk to the offseason. You've been known to do a lot of workouts, a lot of crazy workouts.
It's not crazy workouts, Cam.
Bro, you throwing a medicine
You've
ball.
done the workouts. Cam, you've played that game.
I play that game often, but it is crazy as hell. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Like, normal people should not be playing this game.
To the average person, it's pretty crazy.
Explain the game to our listeners.
So it's a throw. It's called Danny ball. It's basically tennis. It's hockey. I'm tripping. Volleyball, sand volleyball with a 10-pound medicine ball, and the courts are made longer and just a little wider, but they're deeper so that you can throw the ball. So the big thing is when you're throwing the ball, a lot of people want to try and do the little short throws, but like you got to throw it long and deep for like 15, 20 throws to tire the person out. And now you do the short drops. And you can only score on your serve. So it's a game to 15. It's times where you've had guys out there, Arizona, it's 110, 115, and you're an hour deep into this game, and it's like, 3 to 5. And you got to go all the way to 15, so, yeah.
Does that seem like a crazy game?
Yeah. The video does it justice, too. You watch the video, it's insane.
Y'all would love the game. Not the kids.
Well, I say...
Not the adults either, I guess.
Well, as a host... I think you should host a game show with Danny Ball. How you feel about that?
I want to play, though.
You could be the one host who plays in the games. How about that? And you just play against each opponent.
2-on-2.
2-on-2.
I'll tell you who else good at it, too. RC.
Ryan Clark.
Ryan good at it, too. Yeah.
Who's bad at this game? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
Hey. Tim Tebow's brother, he bad at it.
Tim Tebow's brother? I would never have guessed Tim Tebow's brother.
Hey, so Tim is out there with his brother. And he throws the ball. And dude goes to catch the ball. And he's trying to catch it like right before it hits the sand. But when he goes to catch it, he actually shoves his arm into the ground here. And he catches his elbow as he's pushing through, and he breaks his forearm.
Oh.
He broke his arm in the first, 3 points.
And you just laughed at him the whole time.
You just said it wasn't a dangerous game.
It's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, I guess. Anything is dangerous. You can sit there and write with a pencil, and it can be dangerous if you don't know how to write. It might pop you in the eye. I don't know. It's inherent dangers to everything. Assumption of risk goes with everything in life. Yeah. It's not dangerous if you... he shouldn't have went for that ball. It was ridiculous. He would have never got to it. He got more sand than he got ball.
Okay. All right, so is acting dangerous?
Acting is not dangerous. Doing your own stunts are.
Are you doing your own stunts?
Heels. On Heels, that's the most recent one that was.
Where can they watch Heels?
It's I think they might have just put it on Netflix. Yeah. Somebody check their phone. We looking for Heels.
Netflix.
It's
on there?
It's on there? Who said it's on there? You
Is
sure?
it appropriate for kids?
You have to cover their eyes in a couple parts.
Oh gosh.
It's a drama, but you know, it got some got a little nudity in there. Not me.
It looks like it was sold to Netflix.
It was.
It was sold. Yeah, it's Netflix now.
Okay, yeah. I'm in season 1. I'm not in season 2.
Boo.
I wouldn't take the jab.
You wouldn't take the jab?
Yeah. They mandated vaccine, and I wouldn't do it, so I was on the season 2.
Okay. All right. What actor do you mostly want to work with? Or actress?
You know what? To be honest with you, I think they want to work with me. No, I'm just. Oh, that's a hard one, man.
Are you going to be in Bad Boys 4 or something, and you just can't talk about it?
I would go with Denzel before I went with Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying I would go with either one, but you're saying as far as like what would be the favorite? I would say Denzel. Morgan Freeman.
Okay. Would you rather be a protagonist or antagonist?
I could play a bad guy better than I could play a good guy.
No, I don't think so.
That lets me get into like the, you know how you have those crazy thoughts in your head that you know that people think, but you don't want to let them know, like that you think those. It's like the crazy thoughts in your head that goes around that you don't want to let the world know you think. Now you get to act it out. You know what I mean? Like sometimes how you're sitting in the car and somebody cuts you off, flips you the bird, you know.
And what do?
And in your head, you thinking about what you want to do.
Oh.
You know? See what I'm saying there?
Yes.
There.
Yes.
There. But you like, no, I'm Cam. I'm in Pittsburgh. If I do anything, they go see my face, and I know they go say something. So you just give it a wave.
There was one time. I will admit there was one time.
See?
There was a person who, Hayden, you were actually in the car, and he threw a bottle at my car at the light, and so I got out of the car, and then he sped off. And so I don't know what I was going to do, but I just was not going to have that.
You let him hit your car with a bottle.
Yeah, well, he took off. He did get off.
What was I supposed to do?
High-speed chase.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing all that.
We're in the movies now. You can do this.
That's where you wind up in the cut, and you're like, how did I get here?
It started off.
This is like Saw Part 10. You wonder why you did this. Script memorization. Is it similar to playbook memorization?
It's harder.
It's harder.
But it's easier.
What?
So,
explain.
It's harder because you may have to read a whole page of dialogue. It's easier because it's going to be the same page. It's not going to change. So where you go out there on a play, that dude may block different each play.
Right.
Where you all have to adjust. On this, I don't have to adjust.
We have to talk about this.
This is my oldest, and that's Henry. That's my youngest, 8th grade, 10th grade.
Look how big they are.
Trying.
We have to talk about
this. The one that keep trying me.
If you haven't seen on his Instagram, these two like to wrestle, right? Debo, have you lost yet?
No. Listen, I keep trying to tell you this, son. You're not listening. Get your thing.
I'm trying to tell you I'm going to get you.
Okay, but listen. When that time comes, which will probably be in 4 years.
Don't say you're just not going to do it anymore.
I'm not going to wrestle you anymore. I'm not going to lose. Son, you go wrestle a 50-year-old man when you're 20? You feel good about that?
Not the average 50-year-old man, though.
That's like Mike Tyson. That's like, what's his name? Beating Mike Tyson right now. Is that a win?
He's fighting Jake Paul, yeah.
No.
If Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson, is that a win?
No.
Okay, so if you beat me and I'm 50, is that a win?
Give me a year then.
I give you a year. That's easy.
Okay. Well, I gotta get my thing. So 2 years.
I'm gonna give you up until you're 20.
I'm getting you though. When I'm 19, easily, I'm getting you. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you, I'm getting you when I'm 19.
Wait, he's been thinking about this moment.
Of course. That's important.
Debo,
This
you
is a
gotta
big
deal with
thing.
Listen, man, he almost beat me one time in basketball. I ain't played him since.
He was trying to say his knees was hurting. Nah.
My knees was out there bad on that court. We playing on concrete too, Cam.
Debo, I don't even think you can play basketball.
Who?
Debo, I don't think you can play basketball.
Oh, my jumper wet.
He's so sorry.
You ever seen the darker? Yeah, we all suck.
We all suck. We're not good at basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I suck less than him.
We ain't built for that.
Yeah.
Who would you compare your basketball game to?
You ever seen somebody named, I think they call him like Steph Curry. You ever seen him?
He's Tony Allen. He's Tony
You
Allen.
ever seen him?
Yeah.
You heard of him?
Yeah, I heard of him.
Okay. So as good as he is, that's how bad I am. Yeah. Yeah, that's a comparison. Yeah.
What sport would you be playing besides football?
What sport would I be playing besides football? Let's see. Oh, yeah. I could do that wrestling thing.
You could do the wrestling.
Yeah, I did all my stunts in Hills. Check out Hills. I did all those. All those stunts where you see it, that's me. I'm actually doing it. Yeah.
So we need to get you in the WWE.
No, I don't want to do it for real. Damn, I'm old. I said
scared?
back then.
You could. I saw The Rock wrestling. He's 50 years old. Why can't you?
Rock got a lot of help.
You don't have a lot of help? No.
Rock got way more help than me.
Who would you wrestle if you were wrestling?
Who would I wrestle? Yeah, it's an easy win over here.
It's not going to be easy. I'm trying to tell you. See, that's disrespectful. I can't have this. I'm going to work on it. Watch.
I don't know. Like, real talk.
Roman
if I
Reigns, Stone Cold.
I'd go for The Rock because he old like me.
We can organize that.
Yeah, can't deal with them. Can't deal with them young boys. They gonna be wanting to do crazy things, you know, jump off the top of the cage and all that. Nah,
Yeah.
I did that. Nah, that hurts.
All right, for the boys now. Has he given you a participation trophy or let you keep one?
No. To be honest, I didn't get one since then. So, you know. I think I quit track after that year, but I didn't want the participation trophy in the first place because I kind of think the same way he does. So I don't really want anything I didn't work for.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I think the way he does, and I don't really want a participation trophy. If anything, I don't want that. I haven't got one since then either, and I just started doing track again this year.
You gotta raise them right, baby. Right? You can't let all those outside influences influence. You gotta be the influencer.
When did you start taking away the trophies? As soon as they start playing sports?
As soon as they walked in the door with it. What you mean? Hey, and shout out. That was Best of the Batch, Charlie Betts Foundation that gave those participation trophies. He told me to shout that out next time.
There you go.
So I'm shouting that out. They do great work up here in Homestead, though. Y'all need to go check it out.
Best teammate you played with?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well,
not team.
Teammate.
Not team. Teammates.
Teammate, not team.
Not team.
We're talking already, no team.
That can mean different things.
Yeah.
That can mean different things. Best player, best person.
As far as relationship I have
Relationship you had.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a toss-up. I gotta go Kiesel, then Troy.
I can respect it. Worst teammate.
Worst teammate would have to be Cam.
Explain.
Yeah, why?
Just look at him. I mean, what is there to like? Everything to hate.
Everything.
Gray beard. You know.
We can't all dye our beards.
I don't.
Oh.
Just once or twice. Hey, Cam, listen, man.
Wait,
listen.
we need to talk about dyeing hair.
I don't dye hair.
No, you don't.
Who?
But we've had...
Who dyeing hair?
You've had a teammate. I've had a coach who's dyed their hair, who hasn't been on the podcast. I'm going to get him right now.
You talking. I ain't going to say nothing.
Say his
I don't
name.
know who it is.
You know who it is.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. He
didn't
coached
coach
you,
me.
too.
He didn't coach me.
He did coach you.
He didn't coach me.
Joey Porter coached. There was a meeting one time, and he had just got it dyed.
It's not dyed. It's called Beijing.
Oh.
It's called.
And it was dripping during meetings. And we were like, I guess this is the thing now. Like, and he was like, somebody got to do it, baby. You know, I got to do it first. And so, yeah, that was. You never thought about getting a dye on your head?
I Beijing did one time.
You did?
Yeah, it was like 2007, 2008. I had a little mini afro. I let him do it. Yeah.
You got the video? You got a
But
picture?
that's when I found out that my hair was going, that I was getting light. The top was getting light. It was peeled back.
Do you have a picture of that?
I don't know if I have a picture of it. My mama do, because she sent me it one time. She's like, I like when you look like this. I'm like, yeah, that ain't never happening again.
Besides TJ, what's one defensive player you really look at that you're like, man, that dude could play. He could play with you, and you feel like
That I didn't play with?
that you didn't play with.
I played with Cam.
Play with me. It's okay.
I like Minka.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see y'all getting.
I just need like, I want to put somebody to sleep, catch a fine or something. At least, just like RC, I need to put somebody to sleep one time.
I feel that.
You know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
For the kids, who's your favorite Steeler player besides your dad?
That he's played with?
Any.
Ever?
Or including your dad. Yeah.
They don't know me. This is the crazy thing. Like, they send me videos of me like, you see this, Dad? I'm like, yeah, I did it.
What are you talking about?
Y'all ain't never sent me a video like, you see this video?
No.
You ain't never said I didn't know that you were actually that kind of player?
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Favorite player? Kiesel.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or
That's Henry.
Or Uncle Troy, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kiesel or Troy because we always go down to Kiesel's farm and stuff. So. I don't know.
Do you remember? When your dad scored the touchdown in the Super Bowl? They weren't born.
No.
Damn, you know how long ago that was?
Oh my
Dog,
God.
2009.
Yeah, Cam.
Bro,
Like,
you're old, bro. You're
He
so
wasn't born
old.
until 2009. James was
weren't born?
2007.
I wasn't even there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So when you see it, were you worried about your dad once you saw it later?
Well, what?
Worried about your dad once you saw him?
What was your reaction once you saw it later?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. Like
I said later.
Later.
Rather than
Yes.
when you saw it on like video.
When I saw it on video for the first time?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That you remember.
Like I don't.
Okay. That's what I told you.
Because it was always, I don't know, that was kind of always like a thing. I don't know. It was when I grew up around
They
it.
just
so-
thought they.
No, I grew up around it.
football
So
games.
no.
No, I swear. They're like, yeah, we just.
I grew up
Like,
around
we
it, so it was
football
normal
games.
to me. And now, like once he retired and stuff, I realized like the significance of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So when you look at your dad's career, what do you think?
I know that he worked really hard, so I know that I strive to be like that. He does a lot of things that like, I mean, even now he gets up so early, like just to go work out. Like that's not easy to do. So like I just look at it like it's a lot of hard work and dedication that's put into it, and that's the part that I see. So, you know, it's I try to be like that.
Go ahead. You can say whatever you want, son. You can add
see the highlights
Add your
of
2
your dad.
cents.
You say you
Go
know
ahead.
your
Go
dad
ahead.
was
You can
fast?
ask.
Was your dad fast?
Fast? I don't know. I remember in when we went to Arizona, and James said he was gonna race him, and he had a parachute on, like one of the like running parachutes or whatever, and he was running. He smoked him.
Bro, I was like 7.
I know. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying though. I know we were little.
Have you ever
I know we were
beat me
little,
in a
but from my memory, like when I looked at it.
Ever beat me in a race, huh?
Last time I raced you, I was on a bike.
Last year.
I didn't race you last year.
22.
Do y'all just want to wrestle now?
Yeah, I feel like we should just clear out the stage right
Down
now.
for whatever, man.
Oh.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, should we just clear this out in the middle and let them race?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to say thank you to James and the boys as well for coming out. You guys have been awesome. Give a round of applause for them. Thank you guys for listening, and make sure you download the show wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much. Peace out. Like and subscribe.